Couple of seconds, people. Italian Voice Radio Show. 347-426-3972. Call it. Good show tonight. Great show. A lot to talk about. It's happening.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wednesday night, a lot going on. I figured I would do a show tonight to touch on animal safety. And why in the hell do people leave their dogs in a car? A hot car. Without any air conditioning, without any water to drink. And they are so ignorant and stupid and unconscious that they don't even comprehend the actions of these shitheads after what they're doing. Doesn't even comprehend, doesn't even fit into their life. It's messed up, man. It really is. So call into the studio and talk with your informative host Dominic Calvino, 347-426-3972, or log into blogtalkradio.com, with the get involved with the most hottest talk in New Jersey. Also check out my website at Italian Voice, www.italianvoiceradioshow.com. And get heard. You know what I'm saying? And this is also going to be uploaded to YouTube, as we're live right now on the Italian Voice Radio Show. I'm hoping to get a good show tonight, and a lot of callers, because this is a pretty touchy subject for me, as mentioned in a couple of videos one video I had made today, on YouTube, pertaining to this situation that brought me to this show tonight. I noticed I noticed somebody that left their dog in the car. I went to the store, and I was walking by, I was walking to the parking lot, and I heard barking from a dog, and I noticed that that there was a dog in the car. Bad move. It was friggin' hot yesterday, just like today, Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? The 8th. It's hot, and it's humid, and it's not good to keep a dog in the car. But my point is, I noticed, and I really got angry and flipped out, and so did a bunch of other people, which about another 10 people passing by, and that were putting their groceries in the car, and they noticed the dog in the car, and I flipped out. I mean, what else could you do? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Not fucking pay attention to it? That's wrong. That ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. So you know. So I called the police. So I went in and I got a pack of cigarettes, and I had the cashier notify the police. And the police came, and there was a big argument between. Then the owner comes over to the car, and noticed that there was police there. Dude, he started getting all mad and everything, and because the cops were there in his car, and if you didn't want any cops at your car, maybe you don't do what you did. In plain daylight, broad daylight. What do you expect to happen? The dog was panting like it was going to die, which it probably could have if nobody noticed. If the car was parked somewhere else where nobody could have actually walked by it and noticed. Then the guy has the balls to say, oh, well, I was in the park, I was just in the park, and that's why the dog's panting. Oh, I guess that's okay, right? I guess that's all right for you to just leave a dog in the car after you leave the friggin', after you leave the park. Instead of going home and bringing the dog home in the first place, where you're supposed to be, the dog's supposed to be in the first place, under these weather conditions, and no. They take the dog and leave the dog in the car, and, I tell you, I was on set yesterday, and filming a movie, and I tell you what, it was hot. I was sweating bullets. And I don't understand how somebody could be that selfish and not even comprehend what's going on with, your own pet. Don't you have a conscience to say, okay, wow, my dog's in the car, maybe I should take the dog home, or beforehand I go to the store, or maybe I should sit in the car with the dog and leave the air conditioning on, or get the dog water and leave the air conditioning. Any type of other, anything else would have helped, instead of leaving the dog in the car. The guy just had no conscience whatsoever. Then he got there, and the officer was telling him to, start the car so the dog can get some air, finally. And it took him like 10 minutes to do it. And the cop kept asking, or telling him, actually, ordering him to do it. It wasn't really like, oh, well, can you please turn on the car? He told him, turn on the car so that you can turn the air conditioning on. And he just kept making a fool of himself, like he didn't care. If anybody wants to touch on this subject with me, give me a call, 347-426-3972, only on the Italian Voice radio show, the most honest talk in New Jersey. We're live now, and we're going to be on till 7:30, so give us a call. Let's hear what you have to say about this. And I found out another situation that I want to touch on, from somebody that left their 2 children in the car, a 5-year-old and a 5-month-old, 2 babies, in a car. So, in this heat, yesterday it happened, so she could go and have drinks at a bar. She was arrested, and I hope they lock her up for a long time. My point, to the contrary, is simple. Don't leave your children or your pets in a car when it's 90 or 100 degrees, or even 80, 70, or any temperature. I'm sorry, any temperature. There's no specific temperature where it's justified. you know, I don't get it. I really don't get it. What gives these people the right to do that? And it's no rights, okay? First of all, it's a felony, and I was screaming at the guy, telling him it's against the law, and it's a felony. Now we're in 50 states. You know, it's legitimate animal cruelty. Now, what would have happened if that dog had died, and nobody noticed the dog and did anything about it? You know, then what? Then what would have happened? What would have happened if the dog died? What would have happened if, you know, nobody said anything? What would have happened if I didn't go out and notice and hear the dog barking like that? What would have happened if that was in like an area where, like I said earlier in the broadcast, where nobody would have heard the dog barking, and like a desolate parking lot or something? Then what? Then the guy goes back to the car and the dog's dead. And I guarantee it wouldn't have bothered him, because it didn't bother him in the first place when he did leave the fucking dog in the car. So, tell you what, it wouldn't have mattered to him, obviously. And, you know, it's sickening. It really is sickening. I don't know, man. I really don't understand what people are thinking. Well, they're not thinking. That's the problem. And people don't think of the, you know, what ifs. They don't comprehend anything. They don't put themselves in either the dog's shoes or another person's shoes or a child's shoes, or of the of the problem, and try to do something to combat that. You know, this shit's got to end. And the legislature needs to write a very strong law, a longer law, and a bigger and stronger law, because it's a little too lenient. That the law states that if the windows are open a crack, regardless, they can't issue a summons. Now, you answer me this question. How can they not issue a summons for that? For a dog being locked in the car. But they can give you a parking citation for parking overnight. Somebody answer me that question. Because that's it's incomprehensible. I don't know. I cannot comprehend that. Well, where's the animal's rights? Where's the dog's rights? What gives them any less of rights as if it was a human being in that car, stuck? I don't get it. I wish somebody would call up with, you know, that knows the law a little bit better than I do, because I know the law pretty good, and, you know, thank God I do. I do a lot of research on my, you know, PC here, and it's at my fingertips. You know what I'm saying? And I figure if I try to get over my, you know, try to get this over the air a lot and continually talk about different situations, somebody will finally grasp and call in, and we can try to get this combated and stopped and get the legislature and Congress to make the law a lot stronger and the penalty a lot stronger as per the incident, according to the volume. Now, what I was hoping last night would have happened, I don't like bad to happen to anybody, but you know what, in these circumstances, shit's gotta hit the fan here, because when you do something like that, you're endangering this animal, and you're leaving him no other choice but to die at that point. What needs to happen as soon as the police notice, or somebody calls up and reports this to the police, and they show up on scene, and the owner shows up after whatever, there should be an initial arrest initiated, and that's it. Tell to the judge, because there is no fucking excuse for this whatsoever. And people try to make excuses for it. They try to talk about it. They try to say, well, it's okay, you know, the dog is fine. How do you know what the dog's feeling? If the dog's looking around and panicking in the car and his tongue's hanging out of his mouth and he's panting like crazy, obviously there's an issue there. There's a problem with the dog. Or a human being. If the person's sweating profusely and their clothes are soaked and their breathing is shallow, then there's a problem. I don't understand. Where are the animals' rights? If anybody wants to call in to the contrary, give me a call. I want to talk about this. 347-426-3972. Let's get this on, out to where other people will listen and maybe help me out a little bit on the situation. This is going to be directly broadcasted to YouTube to share after the show's over. My hair's a mess. I don't care. Still a man though. It don't matter. I'm a Calvino boy. So you know what I'm saying. And I got a little sun yesterday. I got some tan, so it's cool. On set. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time yesterday. It was hot as hell, but you know what? When you sit back and think about it, like, when you're alone and you're relaxing and you can comprehend and put everything together, it was awesome. And, I gotta really give out props to my people that, allowed me to be in this movie. And I can't say anything about it. I'm under disclosure. But yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's really awesome. I can't wait to see the movie come out. I'm so excited. So we're gonna take a break here, and I'll be right back. Into your phones, 347-426-3972, people. Come on. Pull up the studio. Let's hear it. Got a great show happening right now. On the Italian Voice, only on blogtalkradio.com, so give me a call. And let's chat it up. We're back on the Italian Voice radio show here with Don Calvino, only on blogtalkradio.com. Give us a call, 347-426-3972. Let's get some callers in here, and let's talk about this because it's a pretty strong subject, and I want to talk about it. I mean, there's too much going on in this country that people get away with, and the ones that are struggling, and the ones that are struggling with shit are the ones that suffer. So give us a call, 347-426-3972, only on the blogtalkradio.com. on the Italian Voice radio show with your awesome, informative host, Dominic Calvino, and always bringing up the hot spots of topics, and always bringing up great topics on top of that to bring out to you guys, to the listeners. We have, what do we got? I think we got 4,990 total listeners to this point. I believe after tonight's show, we're probably going to hit maybe close to 5,000. I think maybe by next week we'll be up to 5,000 or over 5,000. So I really want to thank everybody for listening in, you know, and trying to get me to that point for the past year. August 4th, I'll be live. I'll be on the radio for a year. And I'm really excited about it. It's you know, it's great. So I want to really thank everybody for you know, being joining me for this past year, and keeping me flowing here, keeping me going, and helping us everybody. Just give everybody a round of applause here, all the listeners. For almost 5,000 listeners in almost a year, August 4th, 2015, baby. Yeah. So we're, you know, we're actually, we're doing it, baby. You know, I got myself a webcam from my awesome friend, Laura, and she's gonna, you know, she helps me out a lot, so we give props to her. And we're live right now, so give us a call, 347-426-3972. I also have an announcement to make for this week. I'm doing a special show with a friend of mine, July 10th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. In the Belleville Dunkin' Donuts. It's awesome. I'm going to be interviewing, special guest interview with Nick Campione. He's running for Belleville, New Jersey Assemblyman. So we're going to be live in person. The Italian Voice radio show is going to be live in person this Friday at Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's 368 Franklin Avenue in Belleville, New Jersey on Franklin. And you can't miss it. I mean, you know, it's a big place. We're going to be there for 6 to 8 doing a talk show, and we're going to also, I'm going to interview Nick, and it's going to be, you know, on YouTube. I'm going to put it on YouTube, and it's going to be able, you know, it's going to be shareable. So yeah, we're going to, you know, looking forward to that. So check that out. We're going to be doing a great show that night. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to interview a friend of mine who's running for Belleville Assemblyman, Belleville, New Jersey Assemblyman Nick Campione. So we're going to, you know, hopefully that goes well, and we get a lot of, you know, a lot of traffic, because it'll be a really awesome video to make and to apply to the Italian Voice radio show archives, and also to affiliate it with my YouTube channel. So check that out. We're going to really have a good time that night, only on blogtalkradio.com. Hopefully that, you know, I'm not really negative. I'm just, you know, I just like to always, you never know. You know, these days you never know what can happen, what's going to happen. You never know if somebody's not going to show up, or if there's going to be a technical problem as usual. You know, but we're going to be there. We're going to be taking interviews. Well, we're going to be doing an interview with my friend Nick Campione. And we try to get him out there. We'll get him also on the YouTube channel for the Italian Voice. And so get there. It's going to be fun. We'll get you on YouTube if you want, you know. You can join the fun. You can ask me questions. We can interview anybody. Always looking for, you know, a lot of traffic on the Italian Voice. You know, we'd like callers to call in. We'd like listeners. That's why I'm still here. It's really exciting. You know, the show is, you know, it's hard to do it. You know, it's not just putting the show together and, oh, well, you know, you've got to actually talk. You've got to talk, and you've got to, you know, you've got to, be able to hold a conversation with people. Even if nobody calls, you got to be able to keep flowing. You got to control the studio, take callers. You got to always touch on different subjects. You got to produce the show. You got to put the show together. You got to get it on YouTube. I mean, you got to have everything adjusted. The show, and when you're doing it alone, it's not easy. But when we're doing a show here, I have my Italian Voice Radio Show Facebook group. You can join that, and it's on Facebook. And I also have my fan page is the Italian Voice Radio Show. You can hit that up and hit like, and I share a lot of my episodes in that page, as I do in my group on Facebook. So yeah, lots going on here. I try to keep public with this because it's, a great show, and a lot of people listen to it. Obviously, and my neck burns from. I think I got sunburned yesterday. But I'm just kidding. So give us a call, 347-426-3972. I shared the link in my, I shared the short link in my group on Facebook, and also in my news feed and on my wall. So we're all set. So check that out. Also check out my teaser for Running Away from the Unknown on YouTube. You can check that out. It's a lot of fun. My movie's going to be filmed in September. We're going to film that September 18th. We step on set. My cast and crew, which is just unbelievable. I got like the best cast and crew around. Your family. So that's great. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of help. And the people I got that are just constantly helping me out. And, always looking to improve. My producer, my assistant director is, he just told me he got some other females to actors to help us out. So we're going to have more people in the movie. So this movie's growing. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that, he's on my back and he's helping me and he's directing me in the right spot. I owe my life at this point to the Lord and Jesus Christ and God and my parents for helping me get here. It's not easy being, fighting sobriety. And the other night, I woke up and I had dreams of being, I had a dream of being drunk again and piss drunk. And I wasn't, I woke up like with a splitting headache, and I was scared shit. And I don't know what was going on. I don't know what happened. It scared me. I think it's maybe all this concentration, and it's in my head that I'm doing this movie about my alcoholism that I wrote and about my life and everything. I think that's the problem. I think that might be the problem that everybody's facing when they go through this sobriety. And, when you're going through this type of sobriety, it's very difficult. It's not easy, man, because it's one of the things that, when you don't have to go to Alcoholics Anonymous, because I didn't go. I did it all by myself, and I did it thoroughly. I did it hard, and it was hard, believe me, and it's still rough. I don't look at it too easily when you're thinking of it, and when you're dealing with becoming sober, and your alcoholism is there, and you have problems that get you angry, and you feel like sometimes I feel like you know, things are just crashing down on me, and I have nowhere to turn, and I don't have that exit door to where I can say, okay, let me go to the bar and squash this problem in my head, and get so squashed and messed up that I forget about it. Then you wake up tomorrow, and the problem's still there. Oh, excuse me. And, you know, the problems don't go away. And, you know, it's pretty scary shit. When you wake up and the problems are just stronger and harder to deal with. And, you know, because you are so twisted and screwed up in the head at that point because you don't know which way to turn, that's the problem. Not knowing what to do, not knowing how to deal with it, not knowing who to talk to, who to try to help you. You know, there's all these variables that create the bigger problem than you already have. And, you know, it's not an easy deal. It's not easy dealing with it. You know, dealing with alcoholism and fighting with the demons that you're trying to get away from is, you know, it's not easy. You know, sometimes it's, I don't think about it, but then when you sit home and you're relaxed and you're alone, and your mind starts wandering when you're not concentrating on something, that's when it, you know, that's when the problems and the issues arise that are, you know, how can I say it? That never go away, that they're still there, that they're always attacking you, and they're always there, and it's not easy, man. It really isn't. And, you know, I just hope that, you know, it gets easier. Which I have another announcement that's August 3rd, next month, will be 3 years I'm sober. And, you know, it's awesome. I can't. Oh, excuse me. All this talking gets me tired. Yeah, August 3rd will be, you know, 3 years I'm sober, and that's excellent. It's actually the greatest feeling in the world because, you know, I did it. And I have God on my side, and my parents on my side, from heaven. And, you know, I'm doing it for them. I wrote this movie in memory of my parents, and in order to keep them, you know, in my heart forever, which they always will be, regardless what I do. If I, you know, I don't have to do something to have them in my heart. And I don't have to, you know, I can just sit on my ass all day for the rest of my life and have them in my heart, is what I'm trying to say. And it's a great feeling, man. It really is. Sobriety brought me to this, you know, a lot of places in my life. A lot of movies people want me in now because of the fact that, you know, I was in the Toxic Avenger when I was a kid. I filmed it when I was 12 years old, and you know, now it's you know, now it's got all these endeavors that are happening. For the studio. Let's chat. Let's talk about animal safety. Just give me 1 second, please. So I just shared my banner so we can get some photos in here. They see the banner, they know I'm live here. And they can call in to the show. 347-426-3972. We're talking about everything under the sun. We're talking about, like, mostly right now, the main topic on my show tonight is the situation that's going on with people that are leaving their animals in the car and on hot days, and that have no conscience about it whatsoever. And that burns my ass. It really burns my ass that people do this, and they have no worries about it. It's like it doesn't even bother them. Why? You know, why can't people just listen to them, you know? Why can't people just understand that that's not good? And what happens is, you know, then what happens is, you know, these people get away with it. They get a friggin' slap on the wrist, so to speak. You know, what kind of shit is that? Yeah, let's take another break, because, you know, it's pissing me off. We'll take a 2-minute break here, and we'll be back on the Italian Voice. And we're on until 7:30, baby. Italian Voice Radio Show. Let's go. Talking about a lot of crazy crap, a lot of crazy stuff that needs to be heard. In other words, we don't discriminate here. We talk about it. Just way too much shit going on in this, and that needs to be heard. Drives me crazy. So give us a call, 347-426-3972 on the Italian Voice Radio Show with your host, Tom Calvino. And, alright, that's it for the commercial. And we're back, 347-426-3972. I got my chat box open. I just had to get some iced tea. And we're going to take callers until 7:30 or maybe 8 o'clock. Depends, you know, how I feel. If I get busy on the switchboard and I get callers, I'll stay on for another hour. I'll stay on till 8 o'clock. If anybody wants to call in, give us a call. 347-426-3972. And we'll, you know, we'll get down to the basics, baby, because the Italian Voice is, you know, I had to put my hat on it. It's a habit, I guess, you know. So give us a call. We're talking about animal safety, and we're talking about, you know, why people leave their dogs in the car the way they do. And, you know, it's really messed up that the way people do this shit, and that they don't understand. I think maybe they think that this is it's a joke, and you know, keeping their dogs in the car under extreme dangerous temperatures. You know, they believe that must be, you know, it's okay to do that. No, it's not. It's really not. And you know what? It pisses me off because, you know, that could be a child that was left in the car somewhere where nobody would have heard or noticed. Because when people are shopping, they're not really paying attention to what's going on outside, around in the parking lot sometimes, and they're worried about what they got to get when they get in the store, or whatever, other family problems or whatever, or other issues. But you know what? I noticed. Thank God. You know? I have the same feelings as if it was a child or an elderly person stuck in the car. You know, it could be anybody stuck, anybody or any kind of pet or any kind of animal stuck in the car. What gives them the right? I don't get it. If anybody wants to call in, give us a call, 347-426-3972. We're talking till 7:30, and you know, we're gonna keep going. I mean, I'm not gonna stop talking about this until somebody does something about this. We have to talk about it. It has to be heard. It needs to be out there, because what's happening is nobody's doing anything about it. They get a slap on the hand, and what happens? They go, you know, oh, well, I forgot, and they make up this, oh, well, you know, I didn't realize it, oh, my God. Yeah, listen, you did know. Dogs don't go in the car and they don't just keep quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're going to, they're so quiet that they make you think that you're alone. And, you know, dogs jump around. You know, they're dogs. They're lovable animals. They love you. You know what I'm saying? And all they do is want love and respect. And, you know, they'll give you unconditional love. You know? And it pisses me off that people do that. It really breaks my heart. I may be a little strong on this, but you know what? I don't care what people think. You know? It needs to be heard, like I said. And the more it's out there, the more people are going to listen in. And, you know. So let's get some callers in here. 347-426-3972. And let's hear what you think about the situation at hand. You know, what you think, how you feel about it, or what you think that is the right punishment to administer if you leave your dog in a hot car for any amount of time. I'm going to read something right now, actually. It's a chart that explains the temperatures, you know, the temperatures in the car and how bad it is and how dangerous. Here we go. Because I think I posted it here somewhere. Let me see. You got to, oh, here it is. Okay. Now, it's a temperature pet safety chart for the car. Okay. Now, it explains the outside temperature. Explains the outside temperature of the car. I mean, of outside the car, and the inside temperature. You know, if it's, we'll say, just so I don't have to read the whole thing, because, you know, but if it's, say, 80 degrees in a car, it's going to be inside temperature. Let me see. And then the inside temperature in 10 minutes at 80 degrees outside, right? is 99 degrees in 10 minutes. In a half hour, 30 minutes, at 80 degrees outside the car is 114. 90 degrees, or we'll say 85 degrees at 10 minutes. 85 degrees at 10 minutes is 104 degrees in the car. In a half hour, it's 119. Okay, 90 degrees, which it probably was around 90 degrees yesterday with the heat index. It's 109 degrees in 10 minutes. And at 124 in a half hour. And then 95 is 114 in 10 minutes, and then it's 129 minutes. I mean 129 degrees at what's it called? At a half hour. Now, there was a video I noticed too when I posted in my new group I made yesterday. I made a new group yesterday because I was pissed off, and it's called Keep Your Dogs. What's it? Wait, I think I kind of forgot because it's a long name and I just started. I haven't been in this group all day. Let me see. Just give me a second. Bear with me. Keep Your Dogs Home in This Heat or Face Jail Time. That's on Facebook. You can join that group, which I encourage people to join it. And there was a video I actually posted in this video in this group on Facebook. It's a video of a Georgia County Sheriff's Department officer that was in his car, his patrol car. They made a video of, they made a video of what's it called? Of him sitting in the car, and he was under the, distress of being under those circumstances of the heat, and he explained that it is very dangerous, and I should play it, but it's too long of a video. But you know what? I think I will. What the hell?
Hi, I'm Deputy Wiggum with Lake County Sheriff's Office. We're here today to show you how quickly it can get hot inside a vehicle when the AC is not running out in the hot sun. Right, we'll step up.
It's a 6-minute video, so you just hear the audio, and if you want to apply yourself to the group, you're more than welcome. So here we go. And the officer just stepped in the car.
Car's been sitting here for about 5 or 10 minutes while we've been getting everything set up. We've had the doors open, so there's been not a free-flowing air through here. Right now, the temperature, 96.7. I'm trying to simulate being left in the car for maybe somebody running into the store, getting gas real quick, just for reasons that people would leave either a child or a pet in a vehicle.
See?
Main point we want to illustrate with this video is a lot of times people think, oh, it's not that hot and just going to be a few minutes, but the temperature rises so fast. I've been in this car a minute and a half, and we're already jumping up quite a bit. Wow. My heart rate is apparently skyrocketed. It's like 115 right now. It's normally half that. at 101 degrees. I didn't even realize that my heart rate was and still climbing, actually. I've only been in here, check the timer. I've been in here about 7 minutes, and my heart rate has doubled in the last 7 minutes, which I didn't even realize. It's actually still climbing. I think I've got one camera working again, trying to get the GoPro going, but I think it's still too hot. Okay, I think I've got the GoPro recording again. See if I can keep that going.
Just so everybody knows, I paused this for a second. As this officer is sitting in the car, he's sweating profusely. He's feeling himself get nauseated. And even electronics have issues. And they're immediate objects. Or inanimate objects, I'm sorry. Even they have issues in the heat. And they're electronics. And he just said, he just mentioned that he got the GoPro, his GoPro working again. So let's listen to the rest of this.
Electronics are shutting off here. It's depending on the temperature reading, it's between 105 and 110 degrees in the car right now, and the phones are cutting off, and the other large camera is cutting off, and the GoPro is even cutting off.
See?
Starting to feel a little sick. We really want to put this video together to show people not only how fast it can get so hot in the car, but not only that, but when they see someone that's in a car, whether it's a child or a pet or an elderly person, whatever the case may be, we want them to call 911 immediately, so that we can have a deputy respond, have a firefighter respond, and if that person is in distress, if they're dripping with sweat like I am, if their clothes are starting to get soaked like mine are, if people even outside can see that it's affecting me, then we want those people to call 911 immediately and get them out of the car and address any concerns with why that person or pet was in the car to begin with.
Yep.
We've had several deaths already this year in the United States of children being left in a hot car.
Neglect. That's why. Neglect. And ignorance.
Just the ones that have been reported. It's looking like it's going to be a hot summer, and we don't want to respond to a call like that where someone passes away in a hot car. It's tragic when it's so avoidable.
Yep. It is avoidable. He's correct. Very correct.
That we've proved the point, and they should probably get out of the car. So I think we're 20-something minutes into this, and 124.1 on the side of the door there. Probably don't want to touch that while I'm getting out. Let me check the dash here. I don't know if that's right, but it says 177.8 on the dash. Definitely time for me to get out of the car. So again, 177 on the dash. I just bought this today. Seems like a decent enough tour, so I'm thinking it should be accurate. So again, I'm going to go ahead and get out. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you see someone in a hot car, whether it's 80 degrees, whether it's 95 degrees, call 911, and don't leave your pets inside a car even with the windows cracked.
Now this is coming. This video is just not somebody making a video. This is coming from the police, sheriff's department in Georgia. Just so everybody knows.
Don't leave your children in the car, even if you think it's only for a few minutes.
Yep. And it says here, at this time the camera shut down again. My heart rate was 151 beats per minute. When I exited the car, this is coming from the officer, an early symptom of heat stroke. Okay? On an 80-degree day, the temperature inside a vehicle can reach 110 degrees in only 20 minutes. Okay? Please share this video to raise awareness and reduce deaths related to heat stroke. Okay? Now, what I'm trying to say, and what I'm trying to get convey to my fans, excuse me, you know, it's a simple equation, man. It really is. It's not hard to figure out. It's not hard to, you know, to do. Why would somebody do that? Are you that dumb? Are you, like, would you, you know, that's the problem. They don't put themselves in somebody else's shoes. You know, just because they're an animal doesn't give them, you know, they don't have less rights than any other living creature or, you know, or human being on this earth. They really don't. And, you know, somebody needs to step up to the plate here, because, you know, if people just keep doing this constantly, and, you know, it's neglect, and, you know, you're neglecting a child, or you're neglecting a pet, or an elderly person, or, you know, why do it? You know what? Because the consequences are not as stiff for an animal. You know, now what should I have done yesterday? Should I have broke the window? If I, you know, because, I mean, and got the dog out? Who knows? The officer walked up to the car and the dog walked right, crossed over from the passenger side right up to the door, like he needed to get out of the car. If the dog had a problem, or if the dog was fine, the cop or somebody or anybody walks up to the car like I did, the dog would have started barking, like, you know, like it protected its territory. But that's not the case. And you know what? I did what I thought was right. I don't care what anybody says. I called the police. The police arrived, and they did what they had to do. I don't know the turnout of the case because I wasn't there. I left. I was there for screaming at the guy and getting my point across with, you know, deep emotions, because it really pissed me off. And I was in the heat all fucking day. It's not like I had a place to go and sit there, you know, and be cool. So I know what it's like. I can just imagine what it's like in a car at that point. Especially with a dog running around in the park. That was the guy's excuse. You know, wake up, America. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no joke. It's really no joke. And you know what? Somebody's got to do something about this to make the penalties a lot stiffer. To get these people arrested upon contact with law enforcement if you leave your dog in the car. That's it. Case closed. You go to jail. Because, you know, what happens is they get a ticket, they go to court, and they get a fine. What the hell is that? Yeah, it don't make sense. If anybody wants to call up to the contrary, give me a call, 347-426-3972. And we'll take callers. I'm going to go on for another, we're going to go on, let's see, what are we on? Got a half hour left. So I'm going to put this we'll put this broadcast on for another hour, and so we're going to be rolling till 8 o'clock. Because I'm really getting frustrated after watching that video. You know what I don't understand is why people. What I can't fucking comprehend is why people do it. Why do they do it? Why can't they just be smart enough? And you know, why buy a dog? Why have a dog if you're not going to protect them? They're protecting you. You know, I mean, I guess both hands don't wash the face in that type of situation. It's only a dog, who gives a shit? People like that need to get fucking backslapped right across the neck. Because you know what? It pisses me off. And I had to walk away because my temper was getting hot. And I didn't want to endanger myself by some ignorance from some jagoff that don't know what the hell he's doing with, you know, and endangering my future because of some jerk-off. So I had to walk away. I'm not going to go hit the guy in front of a cop and end up getting arrested for somebody's fucking neglect and stupidity. Which he should have gotten arrested, first of all. Okay? But, you know, whatever. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. You know what's sad? It's sad that I have to bring up a topic like this on my show. That's what's sad. Because people are so screwed up in the head. They don't have any comprehension of reality. And that's bad. That's extremely bad. I don't know. Excuse me. All right, everyone. Excuse me. So, we're back in the Italian Voice Radio Show. Give us a call, 347-426-3972. It's going to be a great show tonight. For the next hour, we're going to be discussing a mother arrested after leaving her 2 kids in a hot car to go to the bar. A 5-year-old and a 5-month-old child. What gives these... You go to a bar to have a drink and leave your kids in a car? In a hot car? That's weird. So I thought I had problems when I was fucking drinking. Then you have scum like this that has absolutely no proper safe comprehension whatsoever. you know, totally a misjudgment of a human being right there. That's a total fucking misjudgment. I mean, really. And I'll play this video right now of the interview with the police in this case.
And developing now, only Channel 11 has learned a mother is facing charges in Beaver County after police say she left her kids alone in a hot car while she went out drinking. Amy Marcinkiewicz is live in News Weekly with the charges this woman is facing. Amy?
Well, it was 9 o'clock Sunday night when police got that anonymous tip that kids were left in a hot car. When they showed up to the bar parking lot, they found a 5-month-old strapped in his car seat and his 5-year-old brother right next to him.
News Weekly police say this mom, Celia Torres, put her young children's lives in jeopardy Sunday night. Officers say she left a 5-year-old and a 5-month-old locked in a hot car while she went inside a local bar to drink.
The vehicle's off, the windows were pulled up. It became very stuffy in the car. The officers responded. They located the owner of the vehicle.
The chief tells Channel 11 the kids were locked in that car about 15 minutes, the windows up, and the officer who found the children says the inside of the vehicle was very hot.
I noticed that there was a young baby in a car seat and another child, approximately 5 years old. I looked at the baby. I could see that it was sweating profusely. Its hair was stuck to its forehead.
News Weekly police say mom admitted to drinking 2 beers and a shot. Officers were surprised by her reaction when they went to talk to her.
When I talked to the mother, she did say that she had some issue with her leaving her children in the car and going inside the bar to drink alcohol.
But it's a crime.
Absolutely.
Now, police did charge mom with child endangerment and public drunkenness. She is still behind bars in the Beaver County jail. Tonight, those kids, they are doing fine, and they have been placed with other family members. Reporting live, Amy Marcinkiewicz, Channel 11 News.
Now, that's the douchebag I'm talking about now. For the next hour, or until 8 p.m. I don't get it. I seriously don't get it. Another disturbing video of, you know, child neglect and child endangerment and public drunkenness. You don't see a problem? How can you not see a fucking problem with leaving your kids in the car to go fucking drink? How do you not see a problem with that? That's not a problem? Then what is a problem? What is the problem? Well, what's the problem? Where's the father in this whole situation? That's what I want to know. They did not mention anything about the father. Where's the father of these children? Obviously, he's got to be around somewhere if the baby's only 5 months old. What's it, July? So the baby was born in February. Where's the father? Working? And, you know, they didn't mention anything about the father being anywhere in this disturbing equation. So what gives it, you know, and she's still in jail. Good. Maybe she'll do 10, 20 years, which maybe she deserves. Well, no, she does deserve it, not maybe. She does deserve about 20 years, 20, 30 years in prison. You know, when you, when you do shit like that, you deserve to just go to prison for the rest of your life. Because it's obviously, when you're stupid like that, and you have absolutely no care in the world that you're showing already, then who cares? Who gives a shit about you? Who would care about to, you know, do something right with yourself? You know, quit fucking drinking. Is drinking that important that you need to leave your children in the car? That you can't even comprehend that you children might be in danger? Obviously not, because it don't seem that they give a shit. And, you know, it don't seem like all these idiots, they don't deserve kids. It's a shame. It really is a shame to say. But, that's the way it is. That's the way the ball bounces, it seems like. When you don't put yourself in your child's shoes, after you leave them in the car, in a hot car, and thinking there's nothing wrong with it, then you don't deserve children. You really don't. You don't deserve nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't deserve to have kids. You don't deserve to have pets. Because you do. See what I'm saying? People do it just as much to children, or more, than they will do to pets. And when you don't think it's a problem, then you're the one with the problem. You belong in prison for the rest of your life. Because what would have happened if those children passed away and died from heat exhaustion and heat stroke? Their bodies are, especially a 5-month-old child, which could have died instantly within 10 minutes. Don't make any sense. It don't make any sense to me whatsoever. I don't understand how people could be that neglectful. Here's a comment from a friend of mine on Facebook. I'll read it right now. According, to the contrary, this douchebag, moving the car, her children in the car. She goes, I know the woman who put her kids in camp to party all day yesterday at whatever, I'm not going to say the place, and posted pictures, drinking, partying, etc. Should she have custody? Her kids curse and are poorly behaved in public. I'm going to get my friend here to call the show. Let's discuss this. I'll give her the number, 474263972. I am live till 8 p.m. So let's, we're talking about people leaving dogs in the car and animals and stuff like that, and why do they do it? That's the main topic of this discussion. What kind of, drugs are they doing that makes them so fucking delusional that they can't even comprehend that they're doing anything wrong? What gives them the right? Give me a call. If you're listening in, 347-426-3972. It's a pretty strong topic tonight. It's important, and I want to keep it rolling. I want to keep it going till 8 o'clock. Got another 45 minutes left. So hopefully we'll get my friend Donna in here to give me a call, and we can talk about this, about what I just read, I'm sorry. And, we'll try to get this going. Somebody needs to step up to the plate, and somebody needs to do something about this. To the contrary, I'm really disgusted that people do this type of shit, and they don't give a shit. They don't care. You know, what gives anybody any right to even have children if they're going to neglect them to the point that they can almost lose their life? Really don't understand it. I really don't. And if you can't afford to take care of an animal, or if you can't afford to take care of your children and you just don't care and you just, you know, whatever. You know what the thing is? You go to a firehouse or you go to a police station and you drop them off. No questions asked. And they'll be taken care of safely. You know, what kind of brains do people have in their head? Is there any kind of absorption that, you know, makes these people do this shit? Or think twice of saying, you know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, you know, to my children or to my dog or whatever. You know, I don't understand one thing is how people have no brains in their heads that really can really could do what they're doing to their dogs or their family members. You know, really, let's get some callers in here. I mean, I really want to talk about this, and I really want to get this going. And you know, I want people to be aware. You know, I mean, because I never really hear anything about anybody doing anything like this, and you know, I never hear anybody talking about this, and you know, doing anything to, you know, strengthen up the law to try to make people not do it. Because that's what we're here for on the Italian Voice. I'll talk about everything. You know, and I have no problem doing it. I really don't. And that's what my show's about. It's about current events, what's happening in the world. You know, we talk about the war, we talk about this, that, we talk about anything you want. And I encourage people to call in. 347-426-3972. The Italian Voice Radio Show with your host, Tom Calvino, only on blogtalkradio.com. So why don't you call in? Come on, let's get some callers in here. I don't know why nobody's calling. You know, I think it's a good thing that people do call. Let's talk about it, Donna, if you're listening in. Give me a call. I want to talk about what you just said. You know, if anybody missed it, my friend Donna was talking about, I know a woman who put her kids in camp to party all day yesterday at this specific bar, I'm not going to say the name, and posted pictures drinking and partying, etc. Should she have custody? Her kids curse and are poorly behaved in public, and it's a disgrace. You know, there's always some filth that just thinks that their shit doesn't stink, and that's a shame. That's even sadder than anything. All this shit, you know. I mean, if I didn't say nothing yesterday and I didn't do anything to contact the police, or I just, the hell with it, it's no big deal. What's that make me? Yeah? Like, how would my conscience feel? Would I be able to live with myself after doing something like that? I don't think so. And, you know, I notice a lot of people do that stuff, and they, you know, they leave their animals in the car, and they just neglect them, and they beat them up. And there was one video in New Jersey at Eagle Rock Reservation in West Orange. I seen a video like last week, I think it was, or the week before, I forget. This is another one, another shithead that left their dogs, two beautiful animals, in a car. This happened in New Jersey. Left their dogs in the car for her and her son to go pick mushrooms in the woods of this area. It's like a big reservation area. You can go and picnic and, you know, drive through or whatever. And a passerby noticed and contacted the police department. And that's county property, so they sent the sheriff up there. And they were yelling. And then there was a video of it, but I don't know where it is now, but there was another video of it, of this lady forcing the bottle of water down the dog. She had the dog by the snout and the mouth, and she was trying to force the bottle down the dog's mouth, you know, water. What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? You know. It don't make fucking sense to me, man. It really doesn't make sense. You know, it's scary shit, man. When people don't take care of their children. You know, they don't really care. They really don't care, and that's sad, because you're not giving the child, you're actually extracting the child's rights at that point, and not giving a shit. And you know, what kind of shit is that? I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. Excuse my belligerence, but you know what? At some point, somebody's gonna flip out one day, and it's gonna get ugly. And you know, I don't think that somebody needs to. I don't think somebody needs to help these people, because they're beyond help. That's the problem. They're beyond help. They have no brains. They have no friggin' care in the world. They don't give a shit, and they're just the type of people that, you know, are one day gonna just really pay the price. And it's scary. You know, it's really a scary thought of how everything's happening in this country too. What time is it now? 7:23. Okay, we got to take a break. Be right back. We're on for another half hour of the Italian Voice Radio Show. We're on for 8 o'clock. So give us a call, 347-426-3972. and get involved with the conversation only on blogtalkradio.com. With your host, Bob Calvino. Check out my website too, www.italianvoiceradio.com, and let's, get all the information you need there, and for me, and you can. I'm going to be trying to fix some of these videos that I'm making, these YouTube videos to Blog Talk Radio. I mean, to my website, to see if I can do that. That allows me to. Thumbs up, though, for the Italian Voice Radio Show, baby. Almost a year. August 4th, 1 year. August 3rd, it's over 3 years. Absolutely amazing. And we're back for our last half hour on the Italian Voice, and we're talking about pretty much everything under the sun. Tonight we're talking about animal safety and, why people leave their dogs in the cars, in hot cars, that is. Why the hell the dog owners do that? It don't make sense. And you know what? My political stand on a lot of things is I'm a Republican, conservative, and a lot of people may, not like what I'm about to say, but I really don't care. It's a lot of liberals don't care. They think their shit don't stink, and they get away with everything. They can do whatever they want, and to the contrary, I'll tell you what, the guy last night at that shopping center he had me. I can see these people a fucking mile away, and I tell you what, they're nauseating. They don't look at, how people would feel. They're only worried about themselves. They're not into protecting people, and they're not into helping people. They just worry about themselves. And, they're sickening. And, they put this president in office, and it's, it's really scary what's going on in this country. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Now, you know what? Nobody's calling up. I think I'm going to have to start changing the hours here on the show till 7 to 9 because nobody's calling. I think, like I said, a lot of people can't home from work, and it's hard for people to get around and call into a show. They have their hands full with their families, which is understandable, which I have no problem with that. So I'm going to switch up the times. What's today? I'm going to do a show tomorrow night, Thursday night, from 7 to 9, only on blogtalkradio.com on the Italian Voice Radio Show. We're going to end the show right now and get it shared, and we're going to share upload the video, YouTube video, upload that, and then we'll share it to YouTube and share it to Facebook. So anybody want to call tomorrow night, give me a call, 347-426-3972, only on the Italian Voice Radio Show. And I'm sure that I'll come across another crazy story to bring straight to you guys. And I'm hoping that I get a lot of listeners. We're up to 49, I think it was 4940 or something like that. I can't remember after all this craziness that I'm talking about. All right, so we want to just shut the show down, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We'll get everybody home and give them some time to settle down and have a chance to call. And only on the Italian Voice Radio Show with your awesome, informative host, Dominic Calvino, only on blogtalkradio.com. Give us a call tomorrow night, baby. We'll be back. Ciao. tomorrow night. And, get you on the air. 347-426. We're at 728. Ciao.